Hello, welcome back. It is the same day for me. I am back from my field trip. I am ready to fucking go. I am going to finish this fucking game today, before I have dinner plans in an hour. Um, it's gonna happen. All I have to do is talk to some people. Artemi is one of them. Artemi, excuse me. Um, it turned out that there was dialogue and I did miss it. I'm thinking about just reading it right now because it makes me completely insane. Um, but it won't be very exciting because you won't be able to see it. So it's like I'm not gonna do that, but you basically Bachelor says fucking Daniela is like, are you aware that we turned out to be toys? And then they have this really incredible conversation that makes me insane. And I think it's kind of gay, but don't worry about it. I'm gonna talk to him now.
Slow and steady
God, this is so
wins the
long.
race.
Look at them. You see now that she is a victim? Do not paint her a demon. She is just honestly doing her duty, like you or me. You are protecting Aglaya. Do you really have something to say in her defense? I'm just still confused. What has she done to deceive you? Did she lie to you? Has she withheld the truth? I think you've learned everything you have without her help. Every conclusion you've made is your own. The whole town was at your disposal. She had to protect the town at any cost. That was her purpose, and yet she tried to settle personal accounts with her deceased sister while claiming to fulfill a noble duty. Why? She came as a Lightbringer capable of resolving all our misfortunes with the power of her intelligence, and she ended up being a traitor that tried to sell me another lie under the guise of ultimate truth. You're just holding a grudge, Oinon, nothing more. You only feel betrayed because you've entrusted yourself to her, but that was your own choice. It's unwise to brand someone as a savior beforehand and then denounce them when they fail to live up to your expectations, even though they didn't know you had them. He looks so fucking mad. He's so angry. He's literally making the same face, just more frowning. It's so funny. I love this face. Um, I feel like if I say this, it's gonna end the conversation. Oh my, look at her. She's getting closer and closer to becoming a victim of my malevolent scheming with every word you utter. I'm not gonna say that. She knew. That's the difference. She knew and exploited my hopes. You brought this on yourself. Don't try to get even with Aglaya. If you want to destroy the town and save the tower only to get to her, which I do, and push her towards her demise, that would be very unbecoming of you, Ornan. It is you who will turn into a spiteful puppeteer driven by his thirst for revenge. It's not about revenge. I just want to keep my word and fulfill my mission fairly. Ah, I should have said the other thing.
That tower will have to be destroyed.
No, it won't. Don't. No, it won't. No, it won't, Artemi. You silly man. You know I'm gonna destroy the fucking town.
I can barely walk.
Oh, I guess if I say
That
he'd be an
tower.
excellent lawyer, he has nothing to say about it. Then why have you... Oh, I said I've changed my mind, Burok. I'll make the choice myself. Then why have you brought me here? I've come across new information. I truly apologize. Why does it end there?
You
Why is
only
that the whole
heard.
conversation? We have very different definitions of duty then. What is your duty going on? Eradicating the infection from this world at any cost. You will see now how scrupulously I kept the promise imposed on me from above. Well, her duty is rescuing the town. As far as I understand, the orders that she received from the powers that be didn't say a single word about the necessity of keeping the polyhedron. The powers that be foresaw that it would have put her on the scent of their foul play. They must have known where the filth is coming from. She has fulfilled her duty faithfully and literally, just like you do. She caught them cheating, turned their own implications and half-truths against them. So why are you reproaching her? Both of you want to break the whole to spite the powers that be. Both of your choices are driven by the appetite for revenge. So, wait, I don't remember. This is insane. Noburak. Peculiar that you're mistaken here, too. I am driven by an entirely different feeling, and that feeling is love. Like, okay, King. What are you talking about, Daniil?
Town.
Love for who? Does anyone feel insane? Is it just me? Um, like, what does it all mean? Love.
In
Love.
truth,
The feelings of love. Oh, so if I choose that, it's different. That's sick. Feeling that hinders you now is rage going on. You feel deceived because you put your hopes into those. Too much hopes, blah blah blah. She treated me like a pawn. And then he says, you brought this upon
town.
yourself.
What was
Oh.
slow?
Huh. Well, anyways, I love you. I love you. Artemi. Who else should I talk to? Talk to Maria.
If we're in
I
the majority, the fragile polyhedron will be left untouched.
okay.
Childhood will not dissolve into thick time. It will
Okay.
live the eternal wonder.
Shut up. I knew you would come. When will you begin to execute your design, Maria? I've already begun, my Daniil. When the night falls and the wind scatters the smoke above the scorched earth and the dust of the buildings demolished settles, you will see several new constellations light up in the sky. They will plunge their light towards us, and when the first specks of this light reach the castellions of the polyhedron, a miracle will happen. What will they be like? How are you going to call them? I'll see, but I expect them to be mostly red. Ruby, scarlet, crimson, carmine, merlot, mahogany, vermilion, garnet, rose, pink, burgundy. Holy shit, there's so many reds. Perhaps you may even notice something familiar in the structure of these constellations. Ah, red! Where will these constellations come from? They have existed for a long time already. I have no idea what she's talking about, by the way. People just couldn't see them before because their light was hurrying towards us from far beyond. Now the first rays of these stars are about to reach our surfaces. We will see their light reflected in the specular planes of the preserved polyhedron. I need to figure out what fucking specular means. Specular. No, not speculation, Google, you fucking idiot. Specular. Oh, relating to or having the properties of a mirror. That makes sense. What will become of your family, Maria? Perishing, burning down, dissolving without a trace. This is my family's destiny. It happened to my mother. It happened to Simon. Tomorrow Georgie dies, and my father will fade out in a week. And in 10 years, when my town is complete, I will pass on in the same fashion. What will happen to the children? Will you expel them from the tower? There's nothing to be done about it. They have to free up the space for the new guests. My brother will become embittered, betray me, and rebel against me, but I will find a way to deal with him. He will cower behind Capella's back willingly when my mother's eyes frown and glare at him. Have you become a mistress already? No, I haven't. You won't see it here, unless you're planning to stay, of course. I guess I'll say I'm staying. I don't think it matters. Daniil ain't fucking staying. Let's talk to this cunt.
There's little time left.
Okay. I am indeed powerless, as you can see. I'm accused of having arranged your discovery. I've lost my vote of confidence. So tell them whose discovery it is, for the laurels are yours. Are you in doubt? I don't want to talk to you. I despise you. No, I'm not going to say that. Your diabolical deception was so simple. The cause and the source. It's so easy to put these very different things together, Inquisitor, but they are not the same. In this case, they are. It's strange that you have failed to see that. This place is a utopia. That is an abuse of nature. The utopia must be destroyed. It's evil. What is a utopia, Aglaya? Let's talk for the last time. Yeah. What is provoking your hatred so much? I am a humanitarian. My duty is to save people, not kill them. I only condemn a few to death for the sake of the many. Okay, bitch. Now I'm offering you to save the happiness of several thousands, hardly shedding any blood at all. A utopia will demand more and more sacrifices, you know. Even this utopia. You're a bore, Aglailich. I'm bored of your pathos. I'm not gonna say that. But why do you think this place is a utopia? Nobody conducts social experiments here. Look, this place is more natural than nature. Utopias are usually constructed to embody perfect justice, liberty, or economical thrift. This one, however, is different. This town is not a place that does not exist. It's a place that cannot exist, mustn't exist. Here's where the cause and the source are the same. Do elaborate on that, please. I'm still failing to understand where you see the root of all evil. Our country holds the absolute record of experimental utopia designs, and this is a feature that should be interpreted in its absolute virtue. Social masterpieces are rare, but they do happen, and they don't have to be accidental. Russia, I guess. I don't think it's necessarily Russia, actually. However, somehow they never seem to live too long. Now, at the dawn of the current century, there are almost none left. One gets the impression that there is no country that would imbue its inhabitants with in her force simply because they happen to inhabit it. There have been examples of this, but they've all been destroyed. Why? I do not know. Let's get back to the matter at hand. A wonderful town is suddenly beginning to die. No one knows why. Why this one? The one that has managed to produce a wonder. The most curious, the most mysterious, inhabited by the most talented people. What did they do to deserve this? I'll tell you. I'm all ears. At the persistent pleasure of the it says yeah, I think it means capricious, it's just a typo, powers that be, the miracle that has been accidentally embodied as the polyhedron is forced to stay there, captured by the flesh of the town that has nurtured it, feeding it with its resources, people, and hot blood. This flesh has become its womb and its prison. You're being too metaphoric. What does that have to do with my choice? And the epidemic? Enslaved miracles die not out of anyone's malice. That is just their nature. You can't hold a miracle with your hands, you can only hold its corpse. The idea is not new. Let us have a closer look at the disease, the embodiment of this logic. Is it good or evil? Why has it come to the town? Do you consider it to be good? Why did you come to the town at the same time then? You are by all definitions a hero, a miracle maker almost. It was the powers that be that have tried to make you detain a miracle here, not the poor obsessed Canes. They've only played their part. They represent their own force. But you, do you really want to go back to being a slave? The powers that be are bending you to submission according to their own design. No, I don't. I hate them as much as you do, Aglaya. Then tell them, Daniil. There he stands, waiting for your word. A puppet just like. Guide his weapons. No one has heard a single word of recommendation from me yet. I'm relying on you completely, just like I said, and heed my warnings. I remember everything we talked about. Be silent.
There's little
I don't
time
want to talk
left.
to you. I despise you. Sick. Well, Katie, the truth is that I've talked
The
to everyone.
town can.
Yes?
I'm sure there were different options I could have chosen. But you know,
Yes.
that's how it goes. Aglaya. Okay.
I'm feverish.
Oh, Jesus Christ. This one has scrolling. That's how long it is. So, Bachelor, it was neither greed nor plotting nor circumstance that has informed your choice, but your conscience alone. I've been giving orders to level everything here, but if that's not necessary, I am willing to trust your judgment, risking my life and honor, for I am merciful. Where shall I point the weapon? So, there's some things I can say here. First, I'm going to say I'm not ready to make a choice yet. And then he says, as wise, you will have neither a second chance nor a replay option. I advise caution. Oh, I'll have a fucking replay option.
You are not the only healer here.
Okay, so here are the options. This is Daniil's kind of route, is let the settlement be destroyed, but there's no reason to hurt the polyhedron. The survivors will find shelter there until we vaccinate them and the epidemic dies out. Then, you only have to destroy the polyhedron to put an end to the disease spreading. There's no point in raising the whole town, which is Artemi's ending, because he can make panacea. There's no need to destroy anything. We can do altogether without gunfire and preserve the world as is. That's Clara's ending. Daniil doesn't really know what Clara's ending is, but it's hinted at a lot. When you talk to the Bound, they talk about sacrifice. So it has to do with sacrificing your Bound. And then I say, there's also, I've come to announce my decision. There will be no decision. I forego the right to make a choice. I will not decide the town's fate and present my arguments to you. So when you choose them, then he says shit, and you say shit. So I'm choosing let the settlement. I'm choosing destroy the town, save the polyhedron, because that's like the logical thing that Daniil does. Because first of all, he's trying to spite Aglaia because Aglaia needs the town to be saved or she's gonna get killed, and he's fucking pissed at her because she lied to him a bunch. And also Daniil loves the polyhedron and thinks it fucks. So yeah. Anyways, so you think the town is doomed? I do. The soil underneath it is soaked with poison. We're all very lucky that the ground here is so fastidious. What does that mean? Very attentive and concerned about accuracy and detail. That's what I thought, but that doesn't really fucking make sense. Plow every inch of it up with shells, shake it and pull its rocks out, split it into cracks so that no one would ever dare re-inhabit this land. This side of the river is uninhabitable. I see, and you believe that the tower will make it through the bombardment, despite its base being so thin. Yes, the tower must keep its balance. I've studied its structure, and I'm inclined to believe that it's rather earthquake-resistant. It's like a weight on a steel spring. If no shell explodes on the opposite bank of the river, the polyhedron will remain intact. Shells will only fall where I point them to fall. Let it be so, then. Can you prove that this is a good way out? I can. Here are my arguments. Here are my arguments. A bacteria specimen, the vaccine, the blueprints, and the map charting the source of the pest. Are you sure there's nothing else you'd like to tell me? I am sure, Commander. The choice has been made. Fuck. Okay, I'm actually going to read quest stuff now. Burak will come to the cathedral. The town may survive at the cost of polyhedron. The town will become the same backwater hole it was before. The Hippocratic oath enjoins us to preserve the life of a genius by means of curative lobotomy. Vigorous applause. He's insane. Clara will come to the cathedral. If I let her make the ultimate decision, she will force the commander to withdraw his troops, and the current situation will remain unchanged. Yet might a refusal to interfere be seen as a decision in itself? In this case, the town will remain a machine of death, no matter how pretty. So this just was added because I made the decision. Let the tower remain, whatever the cost. Nothing like it will ever be built again. It is not a mere building, but a symbol. It allows us a hope of a possibility that some false truths of our ill-fated epic might be overthrown. It is a delicate fortress that holds veritable proof that however well established our notions of possibility are, they still fail to account for what may or may not exist. This is the bastion that I am willing to fight for. As for the powers that be, they are going to regret their hypocrisy. They were so determined to force me to observe the promise I gave not to disappoint. The town they are so fond of will be reduced to rubble. This I have spoken. So Daniil's pretty intense. Daniil's pretty intense about it.
We can't let cheats play with our free will.
So now I can talk to everyone again, I think.
Great.
No, maybe not. Well, maybe not Maria.
There's
Yeah, I guess not. I think there's more. Hold on. Oh, I got stuck on something.
My hands are tired and my palms are tingling.
I am looking forward to midnight. You are a midnight creature, aren't you?
The town can be cleansed. I know how to make enough panacea now.
This one hits. Where shall you go now, Oinon? Who will you look in the face? And I can say, I was going to ask you the same, or I don't know, I did everything I could. And those options may hurt me physically. Well, bye everyone. Good talk. Good meeting. See you at midnight. Oh, I can't talk to you. Okay. Oh, and I can't go back in. That makes sense. Anyways. So that's Pathologic. Just kidding. There's a little bit more. I just have to sleep for 4 hours. But yeah, I hope it kind of, because the first time I played this, I knew that I was supposed to destroy the polyhedron, like, or not supposed to. There's no, I just ran into a tree. Um, like I knew that I was supposed to do that, or I knew that that was like the logical thing for Danielle to do. But it didn't really make that much sense to me, and it doesn't make it very clear that they're evacuating the town before they're raising it. Like that is like it's like I think when he said survivors, he meant survivors like of the plague. Like I'm pretty sure they're evacuating everyone to the other side of the river before they fucking level it. Um and what he talks about is destroying the town, like leveling it so much that the land will be like barren and like no one will ever settle here again. Like that's the main goal. That they'll never settle in this area ever again. Um, and then the Canes make the new town across the river where there is no like plague in the ground. And like I don't know, it makes sense that he wants to save the polyhedron because he's an idealist and like he like the polyhedron represents like everything that Daniil like fights for and like cares about. Like it like the polyhedron is about like preserving someone's soul, and that's like everlasting life and shit, and that's literally what Daniil is up to. Also, I didn't know that thanatology was a real thing until kind of recently. Um, but I thought that this game made it up, but apparently, well, not apparently, like it is obviously a real thing. I just like, I don't know, it sounded like some made up shit that Pathologic made up. Um, but yeah, so like I hope that that's kind of clear. I hope it's helpful for me to like say that, because for me it was like really confusing why this was a good ending in any way. I feel like it feels right to go outside. Oh, never mind. Cutscene. Shit's whack. Fuck it up. Great job, kids. The music fucks though. I don't really know why it highlights the Stairways to Heaven so much. Ooh, outfit change. I forgot about that shit. For some reason, these few carts survived. Yeah, feels pretty bad, doesn't it?
Was a free choice. We acknowledge the victory of the player.
It is indeed miraculous. The exit is clear. It shouldn't have happened. The miracle must be real.
They're cuddling. They love each other. So this game is whack, right? Like, this is insane, huh? I forgot that you just walk around and look at this site. For some reason, Daniil doesn't have his bag, which is interesting because he is holding his bag. I'm trying to see if I can see his weird pant leg zippers. Hold up. See the I'm pointing, but I'm realizing you can't see that I'm pointing. But if you look at Daniil's pant legs, do you see that zipper? Like what the fuck is that? his outfit is so incomprehensible to me. I literally, like, I actually don't know if I'll ever understand it in my whole life. Like, I just don't. What does it all mean, right? Why? What is happening here? So that's Pathologic. I don't really know. I feel like I should, like, say more. Oh, okay. Sick door animation. Whoa. Forgot about this. Okay. Sick. Now we get to look at the credits. In case anyone watched this that isn't Katie, thank you. Well, I mean, obviously, thank you, Katie, for watching this. My main supporter. But also, if anyone fucking watches this in the future or watched it or is watching it right now, thank you. Because it was completely unedited and probably mostly pretty boring. Look at all these fucking Russian people. So, like, I don't know. And thank you, Katie, for being there every step of the way and giving me feedback via Snapchats of funny things I said in the videos or whatever. I had a lot of fun and I really love Pathologic a lot, and I'm glad that I was able to share it with you. And I love you very much. And I will be playing Artemis Route very soon, probably. I wish I could start tonight, but alas, I don't think I can. Well, maybe I could, honestly. But I don't know. But I might. But now you know what happens in the Bachelor route. And that's what happens, and it's pretty good. Daniil fucking destroys the whole town. He's insane. I love him. And that's that on that. I'm not actually going to watch all the credits. Or I'm not going to talk during all the credits. I'm going to end the video in like a couple seconds. But I don't know, yeah. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video that will not be Daniil anymore. Finally, we'll be able to see Daniil in third person and attack him with knives. It'll be great. I'm looking forward to it. I will see you then. Goodbye. And I love you.